And good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Neely FX. My name is Michael Neely, and this is the channel where I talk about foreign exchange trading, prop firm trading, and making money doing all of the above, or all the previously said. First, let's go ahead and get into the risk disclaimer screen, since we're going to be talking about real trades and in the markets. And I think I live in the United States, so I think this is required by law. So let's go ahead and do this. First, this channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute trading or financial advice. I'm a professional trader, not a broker, trading my own capital. I do not solicit funds, manage client accounts, nor do I hold CFTC or NFA registration. Forex trading is highly speculative with a high risk of losing some or all of your investment capital. Only trade with funds you can comfortably afford to lose. And here's the CFTC risk disclosure. Forex trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Before trading Forex, consider your investment objectives, experience, and risk appetite. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your investment capital. So let's see. After that, let's go ahead and see how we're doing on our prop trading today. There we are. Okay, so here's the account I just started for $25,000, or it's a $25,000 account. Notice it says demo right there, so it's not actually real money, but it's the goal is to turn that into a 10% return, and then I get funded on that one and this one. Turn that into 10%, and then it will go into the second phase, and I get a 5% return, and then I'll be funded with Audacity Capital as well. Henry is enjoying throwing coins off the shelf and watching them fall, because I don't know why he does that, but he does. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get into potential risks this week of event risks, as we call them, or news, is how somebody else calls them. So we'll call this event risk. We'll go here. We'll go to this week. Nope. Okay, we'll go next week. There we go. Now we're talking December 3rd to the 7th to the 13th, because this is December the 3rd. And we have a whole bunch of stuff not happening. We do have the rate decision in Australia on Monday. That with the Aussie and versus the dollar at a high extreme right now, that may be an opportunity for to short the Aussie. So we'll keep an eye on that. And then here we go. BOJ Governor Ueda speaks. That's going to be. We want to be clear of the dollar versus the yen before then, because the markets are extremely jumpy about any time he speaks, because it's usually about intervention and intervening into the job markets, or into what Japan's going to do with their interest rates, because they're kind of jumpy about all that stuff. They keep their cards very close to their chest, but when they move, they move briskly and with intent. December the 10th. Here we have the overnight Canadian rate decision at 9:45, and then later on that afternoon we have the American rate decision right here. You take some of the mystery of it out by going to the Fed Watch and seeing what they say. According to Fed Watch, let's get a refresh on this. Yep, 86.2%. So we've got an 86.2% of having a rate cut and a 13% chance of a hold. So we're probably going to get a rate cut. Chance is really good at that. That's actually a trading contract. So it's like betting for FAs, I guess. We have the press conference. It's where all the action happens. Where they try to decipher what Jerome Powell says and how he says it. Unemployment claims on Thursday-ish. And we also have ADP. Where did I see that? Did I see ADP? Oh, yeah, the JOLTS job openings and the ADP weekly employment change. And so Tuesday's going to be a big day. We've got a whole bunch of information out on the U.S. small business environment. So with that, let's go ahead and get into the DXY and see what we're doing there. And right now, Friday's closed right at support. So that's giving us zero information on what's going on. I did get into the dollar versus the euro versus the dollar, and it did go down the way I wanted to, pull back, and then and then started dropping again. So I'm expecting that to continue into Tuesday. Tuesday could be a very strong dollar day too. Again here, expecting this to kind of perk up a little bit more so I can get out profitably. That would be great. But I'm actually in. It closed right at my in, right where I went in. So I'm minus a couple of dollars on that. Literally a couple of dollars in all my accounts on that one. But at the same time, I am looking for a bounce here. I think that is a turning area right there. So I'm expecting a little bit of a bounce there. To bounce off support and go higher. Pound versus the dollar. It's looking. Candle gave up a little bit on Thursday. On Friday, it formed one of these, which is called a evening star, if I'm not mistaken. That is a bullish candle. So we're expecting more in the way of the pound versus the dollar. So I want to get into that. I want to make sure I don't overextend these prop firm trading accounts. I can only have a certain amount of money out at risk at one time. So I can only do 2 trades at a time, or else I blow the account, and then I have to buy another one. Here's the pound versus the yen, and this is looks like it's topping out there at 207. It's not. That is definitely not a bullish candle. That is a bearish candle. But we'll see if that continues to trend into Monday. Canadian versus dollar versus Canadian. Big slump, big down day right there on the Canadian. Dollar versus Canadian. Then we also have some Canadian news coming out on this next week too. We have unemployment claims on. Oh, we've got rate decision. Rate decision here on Wednesday, so that might be an opportunity to get on top of that and make some money there. Not sure what they're. I don't think that they have a Canadian Fed watch, but I could find it maybe somewhere on maybe Kalshi. Might have something on that. Canadian versus the yen. So a lot of Canadian strength in the markets just ended up there. I don't know why. Don't know if it's maybe a little bit of trickery going on with the traders and building up the Canadian dollar to pull the rug out from under it after the rate change, because that's where they are expected. Let me see. Ow. See what expectations are on that. Ow! Stop it. My ear is not for lunch. They're expecting to hold. And according to Forex.com on Wednesday, where is it? There it is. And we are expected. Oh, where is it? We're expecting a rate cut. So with that, that would send the comparatively a weaker dollar and stronger Canadian. So who knows? That may be what they're pricing in. Let's see. Aussie versus the dollar. Again, this is where I have the Australian rate decision coming out on Monday night, so that might be a decision to get underneath that. They are expected to do something, I'm sure. They are expected to. They're expected to hold too. So we will see about that. Monday night. I'm not staying up at night to trade that, by the way, just to let you know. And here we are again. Gold stuck at 4,200. It's not really going anywhere off of 4,200. That is a 41.97. It's close enough to 4,200, so it's not really going anywhere. Some would say it's coiling. Some would say it's forming a triangle. I think a triangle would be a good way to look at it. But at any rate, it's still going up. Let's look at all these higher lows. With all these higher lows, it is going to bounce hard up soon. Don't know if we need a major world event for that to happen, but that is definitely going to happen. Silver is a very nice formation off that cup and handle right there. And then off to the races again, kind of holding at 58, 58.5, 58.32. So that will be a consideration for going into Monday. Our trend lines are still good. I'm going to hold all the trend lines exactly where they are. There's no reason to draw another one of these because it's just going up and up and up. So with that, that's really all I have today. Kind of cutting down the time on these because I don't really feel the need to redraw any trend lines of any kind Oil, let's look at oil real quick. Oil is just kind of languishing. We're starting to get a little bit more higher lows here, but at the same time lower highs. So makes a nice triangle. We'll see if that's going up or down. Not at this point in time, can't really tell. But that's all I've got for today. You guys have a great one. If you like this video, then like it. Then hit the thumbs up button. If you'd like to see more of these videos, then subscribe, and you'll be notified of when more of these videos come out. And what else? If the oh yeah, if you have any comments, by all means comment. I'm not interested in new was it or in expert thumbnail design quite yet. This is still serves as my trading journal, and I'm not really as far as these things go. But it's a lot of fun to make these two though. But you guys have a great one. I'll talk to you later. Bye.